All right. Hello, hi, howdy, and welcome to episode 113 of the Game Case. My name is Cuddles. I am not looking at my show notes, and you would think after 113 of these, I would know the intro. Brewmaster Monk, something, something, Airy Peak.
And I am Church, a Beast Mastery Hunter who does have this memorized after 73 episodes, and we are in the Convert to Raid Guild on the Airy Peak server.
So this week, we're going to talk a little bit about our week in gaming. We are going to answer any questions from the Cuddle Crew. And then we're going to be talking to a man whom I don't know if I could come up with a reasonable introduction for, almost as though I had done one mere moments ago and now have no more words to say. He smells lilacs and boysenberries. He's down here in Florida a whole lot when there's these like big explodey things in the sky.
True story.
And I believe he might be a wizard. Folks, I'd like you to meet my friend, Matoro. Matoro, how are you doing tonight, baby?
I'm good, but I can neither confirm nor deny whether I'm a wizard. I am good, however. How are you?
Wonderful.
Good.
Well, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with us tonight. I know you have a very full schedule, so tell us a little bit, how was your week of life?
Well, first off, thank you for the invite to come on, and as for the week, well, I'm closing in on finals week, so
Ooh.
it's been that way. But so far, so good. I gave a speech on StackUp and on Twitch, and they, I think, went over very well. At least I would hope. I find out tomorrow.
How much, I gotta ask, how much of your grade does that speech account for?
15 to 20%, I think.
Now, without prying into where your grades are right now, do you need that to go well, or could you skate
Yes.
by even if it didn't?
Well, I still okay. So how the class? Hello? What? Oh no, sorry. I just got called on Discord. My apologies. Anyway, as I was saying, how the class is structured is there are 4 speeches. You can opt out of one. I'm opting out of the last one, provided this one goes well. If this one didn't go well, I can do the last one.
That's not too bad. I kind of like that.
I love it. It's fantastic.
I need this in my
So-
life. I need this for my work. Like I need one task that I could just be like, I'm taking a mulligan on that one.
You see, this is academic. Yours actually matters in the now. Mine's in the long run.
Yeah, that's true. You're doing an awesome thing though, and you're getting a damn good education.
I'd say so. School's won a few Emmys with our broadcasting department, so
Not too shabby.
not at all.
Why don't we dive into what we've been up to with gaming, or what you been playing, man?
PUBG, Elite Dangerous. Actually, since East, not really that much because of school and, well, I just haven't been that motivated to play anything lately. Just basically those two in Kerbal Space Program. That's about it.
Right on. T, what about you?
I am chugging along in Mass Effect 2 still. Garrus wants nothing to do with me, despite my many advances. I will get him on my side eventually. And so yeah, Mass Effect 2 is going well. Renegade is hard. I know we talk about this every time, but I cover my eyes a lot, and I cringe a lot. And I would never say the things that I have her saying, but it makes for very interesting stories. It does. And then funny story. So A Hat in Time, which is a game I got for free from I can never say her name right. Sangaria. I'm just going to call her Sangaria. But I got it for free from them. And there's a part where you go, every platform game has a part where you go in a spooky mansion. And it's okay. It's fine. But I did not handle it well. I had to stop the stream because I was terrified. Like, they just kept jumping things out at you, and it was bad. And I haven't picked it up since. but I need to because it is a great game. But I proved while I was streaming why I don't do scary games, because a game that is meant as a 3D fun, cute little platform game, I was like, guys, I'm done. I can't do this right now. I screamed a lot. I think, unfortunately, I found out today there are some clips. So that's great.
Clips, the best part of Twitch.
I didn't know they were made. I did not pay attention. But yeah, so a 3D platform game got the best of me. And I had been making plans for next week to do Dead Space because it's my yearversary of streaming. But I decided that after a Hat in Time that I am not ready to do that at all. So yeah, no. But Mass Effect 2 is going great. First time playing through. Lots of great content and story. Renegade is hard, but it's fun. Cuddles, it's been a while. What have you been up to?
Man, we haven't been back since PAX East.
I know. And we'll talk about that later. Keep that in mind.
All right. I was in Boston for a thing. For like a week. That was cool. Only played one game while I was there. But no. I take that back. Played 3 games. Played 3 games in total. Like 2 of them. So we'll talk about that later. But no, came back, played a lot of Hearthstone. Like I've actually been getting back into the CG. I'm really digging the just kind of the feel that they brought with the Witchwood.
Yes.
And, the way like some of the cards interact, and I don't know. I think I'm just circling back around on a game that's gonna be around for a long time and has been. Other than Hearthstone, been doing Far Cry 5. I find myself doing what I always do in these games, and like I'm like, well, there's a side quest over here I can finish. There's a side quest over there I can finish, and it's all because I don't want the game to end. Like it's been that good. I don't want to find the ending point of it. But no, I think I'm gonna dive in and probably finish, because there's so much other goodness out there right now. Everybody playing God of War right now. I'm kind of jealous. The reviews of that, I haven't seen anybody say anything bad about that game. Like no one has anything bad to say, which is really cool. But yeah, that's me and my gaming. Why don't we do we have any questions for the show this week?
We do not. Something's about how PAX East was, so we're going to talk about that later, though. So,
Okay.
So we'll talk about PAX East here in a couple of minutes. But first, I think we have something else.
Why don't we dive into the meat and the potatoes of the show, and tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I mean, I'm a guy, like you mentioned earlier. I like it. I like explodey things, explodey things that go up, and into space. Yeah, I like watching those. It's fun. You really should get over to one at some point, Cuddles.
I really should.
You really should.
It's sad how close it is. Like it's
It
really
really
sad.
is. It really is. But aside from rockets, I do partake in the video gaming. I am a Twitch partner, after all, so I do things on this site from time to time, occasionally, once in a blue moon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, every now and then.
every now and then. And on top of that, I'm a communications major at Southeastern Louisiana University, so there's that.
You're busy.
Yeah. And I go to conventions a lot.
Yeah, you're everywhere.
Cuddles
I
mentions
did-
your name a lot, so you must hit him up pretty good.
I did the math. Cumulatively this year, if all holds up, I'm going to be away for conventions for a total of over a month.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's legit, man. That's a reasonable amount of time.
And then there's a whole nother month for rocket launches.
Wow.
Send help, please. ... Dash ... ... ... ... ...
That's Okay, so you gotta you can't really complain, man. I've already been gone for like 25 days already this year for convention, and I'm like 5 weeks away from my next
Wait,
E3 is
E3.
like
Yep.
right around. Plus Austin, like I'm really thinking.
You should. I'm going.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, that's one of them.
Oh, he just hook, line, and sinkered. Cuddles, what's the date
Come
so I
on,
can put it on
buddy.
the calendar?
No, it's too close. It's that's the problem is it's like the first week right after May. And
Poppycock. Nothing's
May
too
being
close for
a-
you.
I lost your cam there, Bay.
Yeah, Skype decided to minimize. I don't know why. Fixing.
We love Skype.
I hate
Right.
Skype so much.
Well, talking about conventions. Let's talk about East. I know Cuddles, you were at East Matoro. Yes.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay.
It was
Um,
cold.
It was yes. I as a northerner, I feel for you because we got snow here in Iowa when you guys were at East. I'm like, oh, that's coming your way. That's coming. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. It got there. What was that? Saturday morning, I think.
Yeah.
All I remember is looking out the window and seeing snow, and I'm like, "Yep, staying
Didn't
in here."
miss this.
Yeah, I was already down at the con, I think, by the time it started. Because I walked out. Like I walked out of the loading dock. Oh god, no. And turned around and walked back inside. I was like, because I was starting to have like traumatic flashbacks to last year.
Last year was so bad.
Oh my god, it was miserable. It was absolutely.
The beginning of April, no one expected snow. I'm not gonna lie. I got snow last week, still. So
Mother
this has been a
Nature's broken
crappy
right
winter.
now.
It is. My mom's telling a joke. It's not Mother Nature's fault. It's Father Time. He left and never came back, so no one knows what time it is. It's such a cheesy joke, but she loves it. She tells it to everybody and thinks it's the coolest thing ever. Mom, if you're watching, because you were watching last night, I love you, and it's a great joke. I love you so much. But yeah. So anyway, PAX East. What did you guys do?
So me first, I guess.
Please go ahead, man.
What'd you do?
Oh, okay. So I was very busy during PAX. In fact, I can reference my calendar here. I believe I had on the order of 6 or 7 game demo meetings.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh, I skipped April. There we go. Or May, whatever it was. Wait, no, it is April. Yes. Yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was all over the place. But I played some good stuff. For example, there's this one that I just kept going back to each day called Head Snatchers. It's a cute little game.
Ooh, what is it? Tell us about it.
So basically, it's this brawler type game where you have to steal the other player's heads, or, well, yeah, steal them is the right word, and then use that to complete a task on the map. If you can do that while keeping your head and being the last one standing, you win.
Okay, so multiplayer
I feel like I could
online.
do this.
I think they're gonna have multiplayer online. It's actually on Steam, just not available right now.
Okay.
But I think it's coming in the summer or something along those lines. Definitely look into it. It's cute. I'm surprised you didn't see it. It was right like 2 booths down from Stack Up.
I played one game on the.
Fair enough.
That's it. That's all I ended up having the time for.
Fair enough.
No, but what else? Any other games that stood out of all the appointments?
Yes, actually, there were 2 or 3 more. One, which these 2 I played on Sunday. One is called Phogs, Phogs. It's like this cute little 2-player co-op game where you have. You know
Sorry, I just looked at the pictures.
for Phogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's adorable. It's for those of you that don't know what it is, but may know what Cat Dog is. The dev said it's inspired by Cat Dog, and you have to control. Well, one player controls one end of it, the creature, and the other player controls the other end, and you have to complete tasks on the map.
Cuddles, can we do this together sometime?
Okay.
That'll be our
Adorable.
next
Down.
our next TNC stream.
All right, I'm down.
That is amazing. Okay,
I think they said they're going to have online multiplayer, but don't quote me on that.
I hope so.
I think it will, just not 100% sure.
Oh, it doesn't come
See,
till 2019.
there was a weird game like this that I saw, like Attack of the Show or some other, where you were like, but you were a human on either end, and you were like running around, and then you had to like do different things, and I think you were fighting each. You know, anybody? No.
No,
I'll take
not
Cat Dog. This sounds far creepier.
Cat Dog.
Cat Dog looks
Centipede,
cuter.
The game. 2D pixel art.
And past Fogs, there was also at the same booth. I played one called Clusterpuck 99. It's just like this weird little game where you have to, you're part of a team, and your aim is to get the puck in the other person, other team's goal. Simple game, but it's fun.
Nice. So it sounds
It
like
was a good time.
sounds like you were able to find some games.
Oh yeah, it was a good time.
Now, what did you think about one of the focal points I know for a lot of us as streamers, but then kind of as a whole for viewers and members of the Twitch community, the Twitch booth is always, it's a central meeting point. It's a, hey, where are you? Well, if it's first thing in the morning, I'm going and getting whatever free offering the Twitch booth has to have because I'm not paying for $9 con coffee. Also, Twitch, thank you so much. If you do nothing else but just have coffee in the mornings, we will love you to death for the rest of our lives. Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, this is probably my favorite thing I got out of East. Just speaking of Twitch.
I have mine just out of reach. Well,
And speaking of the Twitch booth, the Golden Glitch.
yes.
Oh, that's pretty cute.
I love it.
Yeah, they were really nice to us, and I thought so. It was funny.
yeah.
I didn't notice until the very last day that the Twitch booth was actually sponsored by Blizzard. Like,
It was?
did you
Really?
notice that?
I saw the World of Warcraft, was it, logo?
Yeah, there was a Battle for Azeroth logo on the floor, and then the bar was wrapped with WoW stuff, and then every single one of the tabletops was covered with Blizzard stuff, and then that little stream pod in the back. If you didn't notice who was streaming, it was all WoW folks. I saw Sparty Smallwood back there. Slootbag was there. I saw Bay streaming for a bit. They
See,
were all like, it didn't register until somebody said that, because I was kind of wondering, like, Sloot is awesome. He's an amazing streamer, but not the streamer that I would expect streaming inside the Twitch booth, kind of how it was set up. You know what I mean? So it was, yeah, no, that was kind of cool. And they had Blizzard had a massive booth there.
Did they? I never noticed.
Yes, they did. They had some awesome exclusive merch. He's opening the map. Dude, it was, the...
Oh,
no,
that's where it was.
I was going to say, do you know the down escalators? We'll move on.
Yeah, just like the table. I didn't see the top of the table because it's like right here.
They had lower ones. They had the little tables by the couches. The little tables.
I see what you mean by big, though.
I don't know.
I didn't go to that corner.
Yeah, I don't know what a sponsorship like that looks like, but that's a pretty bold move from Blizzard.
That is what I am thinking. Like, my cogwheels are turning, and I'm like, huh, what is this? There's something where in the
And
Yeah, they had paper maps.
Can I totally out what you just DM'd me?
Yeah, you can. I just
Okay, so T DMs me and she's like, "Oh, Blizzard buys Twitch." I think it would be much more likely that Twitch buys
Twitch
Blizzard.
bought Blizzard. Yeah.
I don't know. Activision v Amazon. I mean,
Overwatch League. That just is a really odd connection. I would not expect Blizzard to sponsor Twitch. Like, I didn't know that until you just said that, and that's
well, with the recent layoffs at Twitch, there was a couple of the guys that were really instrumental in making the Overwatch League deal and all that exclusivity and all that happen. But I don't, obviously there's still a great relationship there, and I love it. Like, I like seeing a dev that I love cozying up to Twitch and doing cool things. This was, got a wife, that was the paper program that they had down by the swag bag area, but then the swag bag was all digital.
This is
I think
here's
that's the way
program.
they're going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did not get a swag bag.
I don't think you're going to have too many physical things in bags anymore.
It's a shame.
But it was such
love
a
bags.
nice touch.
Says the girl that's never been to a convention, but
And
my
then,
2 cents.
And then things like BlizzCon that give us bags that we actually want to use. Like that, you still see those BlizzCon bags the last couple of years, little messenger bags that they've done. I know for a fact Leviathan was carrying one. And
Ooh, is this like the ones where you can customize the outside?
no, those are the Think Geek bag of holdings.
Oh, okay.
I think you're talking about the ones with like the Velcro on the outside.
Yeah.
Okay, no, Blizzard for BlizzCon, your swag bag actually came in a bag, like an actual like messenger bag that was like of high quality, and I'm watching people carry for years. Like
Okay, that's
that
cool.
I really like, but BlizzCon tickets are also like $250 compared to for a 2-day con. Compared to, I have no idea what PAX tickets cost. I haven't bought them in 2 years.
East was I think 50 a pop this year, roughly.
So 200 for 4
You're at
days.
$200. I mean, I don't know. It'd be neat to see a little bit more. I'm not one for knickknackery and tchotchkes, but I don't know. I like stuff like that. What I mean, like the Twitch lunchbox.
Real talk, they missed the opportunity to make this like a swag box.
Oh yeah, you could have. I thought you were going to pull stuff out of there, to be honest.
I put stuff in it. I mean, okay, mistakes may have been made. Keep
But-
it all in there.
It is a pretty cool lunchbox.
So there were some
That were printed upside
that were
down.
printed upside down. And I wish I would have snagged.
I
one.
would have wanted one of those.
That's gonna be like the Star Wars, like the Wookiee with one eye. It goes for like 85,000. And you know what? Surprisingly though, I haven't seen any of those on eBay. So what else did you do? Were you able to make any of the parties? Did you soak in the nightlife of Boston and PAX East?
Oh. Well, I went to the Frontier meetup.
Ooh.
Then I went to, what was the one on Friday night? There was something Friday night. Oh yeah, that was a Twitch party. Then what was Saturday? I don't remember. Oh, okay. No, Saturday night I hung out with a group of friends, and then instead of going to I think that was the night of the PUBG party.
PUBG party, yep.
And then on Sunday, there was the Elgato party, which I went in the door, and then I went outside, as you know.
Yeah.
That was just too crowded.
Yeah, it was all the parties pretty like Twitch was nice because it was really spread out.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I totally missed, like I never made it up to the 3rd floor.
There was a 3rd floor?
Yeah.
Wait, is that the one with the bowling alley?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I was up there. It was nice and quiet in the back room. In the main room up there, you couldn't hear yourself think.
Yeah, it wasn't like it was it was super loud, but it was also, I don't know. Like I said, everybody was spread out, and like,
Oh yeah.
I just had a good time, and I met Ben Brode, which by
I
the
saw the
way,
picture.
Oh my God, I met Ben Brode. It's funny because the next night I was literally standing at a bar next to Player Unknown, talking to him like he was Kenny from accounting. Like not
See
quite,
this.
But like, I didn't like, I was just like, oh, hey, how's it going, man? Great party you guys are throwing. Appreciate you having us here. How are things? Just kind of like that, like just a normal Ben Brode. However, I was like, Mr. Bro,
Okay. This is where I admit, who is that?
He's the lead game design for Hearthstone.
was.
No.
Okay.
Well, yes, he just announced his stepping away. Yesterday was his last day, or Friday? Friday.
Yeah.
But yeah, for Hearthstone community or Blizzard, he's been big with that growth and stuff. So
Yeah, he does a bunch of like, he's one of those cool like lead designers that actually will like sit down and do funny videos. Like just
And
his
talks to his
announcement
community.
videos are amazing.
if you don't play Hearthstone, go watch the videos for them announcing X packs because they are pretty good. Like I don't play that much, but I look forward to the videos because I'm like, all right, what are they coming out with next?
Yeah, in terms of like production value and like video or like video-ness, I don't know. I'm wordsing badly here. But I would put Blizzard up there with any other company in the gaming industry in terms of the quality and consistency that they produce. It's just amazing. And that includes all of their game lead stuff that they do. It's really cool. But yeah, that's I've been rambling. But Toro, did you
Yeah.
meet anyone amazing that you blubbered over?
Nobody that I blubbered over, but I did apparently meet a very successful YouTuber and didn't even know it until after he left.
Ooh.
I got to the Twitch party. I was just looking around to see who was around. I managed to find, W Greats, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I managed to find him, and he was just sitting at a table with a couple people. I ended up playing that game Pop the Lock against the Angry Joe.
Wow.
I didn't
my
know who he
goodness.
was.
Yeah.
Cool guy.
That is really, really cool.
That was the start of that night.
That is awesome. That's what I love whenever Cuddles comes back to tell stories about the conventions. Just people who are so idolized, but then you played a game with him where he didn't mention who he was. You had no clue until after the interaction was over that you were like, that's who that is. So great.
Yeah, that was an interesting thing because after after Joe walked away, Greg told me that that guy has over 2 million YouTube subs. So that was just like, oh,
Small
Okay.
content creator.
Yeah, just
Right?
no big deal. So you said you're going to be gone for a month for conventions this year. What else do you have coming up? What's 2018 look like for you?
I'm
I'm gonna make you think now.
it's a good thing I've been messing with my calendar all day. And I'm not kidding. Literally all day. Up next is, I think, Okay.
Mac Austin.
yeah, DreamHack Austin. Well, first is finals week, then my 2-year partner anniversary, then DreamHack Austin.
Is
And then after
Awesome.
DreamHack is going to be
Guardian God?
Rocket Launch. Wait. Yes, Rocket Launch. June 28th. After
Right
that,
down, Cuddles.
after that, Guardian Con. After that, another Rocket Launch on July 31st. After that, where is it? PAX West. After that, where is it?
TwitchCon.
TwitchCon, yes. So that's what I'm looking at this year so far.
Goodness.
And after that, another rocket launch on, what is that? November 16th.
It's like every other.
Basically.
There's a lot of voluntary travel, my.
Tell me about it. And there's probably going to be a couple drives over to Houston just to hang out with a couple people in there too.
Woot.
Yep.
Nice.
It's gonna be a busy year.
Beautiful.
But thankfully, almost all of those trips that I've mentioned can be written off on taxes. So woo!
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. It makes this whole streaming thing quite the it makes it a little bit better at the end of the year. We still don't do well.
But you see, I'm a student, so I wasn't doing well to begin with.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I think, Cuddles, that's your con list. You might have a couple more in there.
I am next would be maybe Atlanta DreamHack, although probably not. Or not Atlanta, Austin. It's just too close to call to arms.
You know you want to.
I really want to. It's way too. I'll be wanting to sleep that week.
Can you say no to this face?
But I just did. So maybe I can. I'm so conflicted right now. I'm now just a little scared. For those listening on the audio version, Matoro just he zoomed in a little bit and he gave me what I would call either bedroom eyes or I'm going to steal your child in my van eyes.
Oh.
Okay.
That
escalated quickly.
I'm completely unsure.
Oh, goodness.
One of those two.
I can tell you one of those is correct.
Oh, I just got all shivery. No, so it would be DreamHack Austin, although probably not. E3 would be next. Then Guardian Con. Then West. Then TwitchCon, BlizzCon, VerseCon.
Are you doing Twitch boat? Viewboat? What is it called?
Definitely Viewboat. Viewboat is now a annual vacation for me. As long as they do Viewboat, regardless of what I'm doing, I want to go. I'm ruined on not cruising with a group. But yeah.
You guys are busy. So much traveling. Both jealous and not. Yeah. Kind of not. I like being home. Okay, so another thing you mentioned that I'm not going to let escape by. Your 2-year partnerversary is coming up?
Yes.
When is it?
May 13th.
Goodness.
My sub button went live on Friday, May 13th.
See, 13 isn't a bad
2016.
number.
Hey, it's good for me.
How long before that were you streaming?
3 years? Because this year... Yeah, this year's 5, so that would have been 3 years. Give or take.
Not bad. And partner standards were much different back then.
Oh,
much different.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if there was a standard back then. That was not a diss at you. That was more of I don't think anyone had the magic, this is how you can get in. It was just...
No, it was throwing crap at the wall and seeing what stuck. Basically.
So how did that come about? How did you end up starting to... How did it end up... I mean, you've been doing it for 5 years. So this has gone a little bit beyond hobby.
Just a little bit. It has influenced my life in ways, you could say. I mean, I wouldn't be going to Florida on a basically monthly basis without it, so.
Yeah.
But it started way back in 10-ish when I first started looking into Minecraft videos on YouTube. That led me to one YouTuber, now Twitch partner known as Kurt J. Mack, who does a walkathon to the edge of the world in Minecraft for Child's Play. And he eventually did a live marathon on a site. And then this was the first live marathon he did on a site called Twitch TV. And thus started this very long-winded trip to get to this point now. I joined in based on Minecraft. Eventually, I came to Kerbal Space Program, because he did a Let's Play of that on YouTube, and I was like, hey, this game looks pretty cool. 3 years later, and almost 4,000 hours in that game, I partnered. So that happened.
You got partnered on Kerbal Space Program?
Yes. That was my main game at the time. So I know my way around a planet or two.
And then from there, has the gaming then expanded to different things? Or are you still just
Cities Skylines? That's been my big one in the past year, and a variety of other things, but mainly cities. There's also some Subnautica dumped in there as well. Fantastic game if you have never played it. And PUBG? Yeah, I think that's it. Those are my main ones.
Right on.
Yeah. It's a long-winded trip through my 5-year history on this site, so that's summarizing it up very concisely.
No, I like it. I like it. What was it that made you like so? Why did you hit go live?
So let's roll back to 2011. I had started watching Kerbal for about 2 or 3 months, on Twitch, just browsing the directory, and I came across 3 people in particular, in a sequential order, and this is important. I came to the Kerbal directory on Twitch through Reddit because I followed the Kerbal Reddit there, and I saw somebody post about landing a hotel, and I'm not kidding you, a rocket the size of a hotel with 300 and something, 3 to 400 something Kerbals in it on the Pluto analog. I'm like, people can do this. And then I started browsing around the the Kerbal directory, which led me to another streamer, well, former streamer. He hasn't done anything in a long time, but Shoe, 5HOE, who then in turn led me to his good friend, EJ_SA, and one of my best friends from online was met then. Those two, EJ and Shoe, were my inspirations to start streaming.
That's
awesome. Because of the crazy things that they did. Like, for example, Shoe built a praying mantis in the game and landed it on the moon. And EJ built the first basically functional space shuttle at the time and flew it pretty successfully.
That is amazing.
Yeah. I think that's the first time I've ever actually given that story that concisely without screwing it up. So, woo!
One thing goes right in this episode because there have been many things we've hiccuped on. That is it. All right, and so I guess, what is the future of streaming look like? Are you just going to keep on? Sounds like you have a good game base you kind of go off of. Are you looking at branching out, or just keep chugging along doing what you're doing?
Well, over the past year, I've actually taken a rather extended break from Kerbal, and I want to get back to it. And I actually started the jump back to it at PAX East, because PAX East this year was my first year streaming from a convention, and I streamed Kerbal from there.
Awesome! That's a huge deal.
It was a good time, and that handsome devil joined me on it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
did.
didn't even know you were up there. Like, I knew that you were streaming, but I hadn't even thought about it. I was up there looking for somebody. I was like, Matoro! So cool seeing your friends doing cool.
That was probably it's tied for the #1 highlight of PAX.
That is awesome. What's the second thing? What is it tied with?
There's a lot of stuff that it's tied. Just getting to see everybody again. That being the first PAX that I ever had a content creator badge, that was pretty swell. Not having to spend $200 on tickets. Not having to spend $200 on tickets. Not having to spend $200 on tickets.
Yeah,
Yeah. And I still spent nearly $1,000 at the convention or on the convention.
food
Just
and
because
things.
conventions. Yeah.
You have to buy food.
Ubers.
Yeah, Ubers get nutty.
I heard that Ubers
Oh,
were
yeah.
not very pleasant. Mainly, I heard from Cuddle's tweets about Ubers being.
Well, because of my needs and being in a wheelchair and all that, um, I was able to call up the handicapable ones. I got the same guy every single night because he's the only guy that works at that hour. So Johnny, if you're listening or ever listen, you're a swell guy. I love you.
Toro had good experiences.
I did.
Yeah, I hate Boston drivers. I accidentally left my phone in the car one day.
Ooh.
Called the Uber driver. Luckily, somebody else had ordered the Uber, so we were able to like call the driver. The guy goes, I'm not gonna bring you your phone. They go, give it to Uber. You can get it from them. Like, they're not a person. Like, they're not somewhere that you could go. So I had to argue with him about that. We had another, like, none of our drivers knew where they were going.
Oh, great.
We had windows down while it was snowing.
Okay,
Like,
that's just a north thing though, because I had my windows down. You're just
No.
you've
No,
told
no,
Mother
no.
Nature.
But when I step into your vehicle, obviously bundled up from the cold, you roll your windows up and turn on the damn heat for 5 minutes. Because part of this contractual agreement that we've entered upon is not only the use of your vehicle as a conveyance, but indeed the use of the climate control system installed within your vehicle to bring myself to a comfortable temperature.
I mean, that's like having your windows down in the rain.
Yeah, no, but that's been an Uber thing like everywhere I go. When I was in Texas, all the guys had their windows down and like no AC on. It's like 90 degrees outside. Like, go to bed with that shit. Like, what are you doing?
I will say, from a standpoint of, in my job, I get in cars with strangers. Depending on who you're in the car with, there is certain body odors that come with that. And I will windows down 90 to get fresh air over AC that is cycling that air. I will have my people turn off their air and be like, or if they don't even have it on, I don't tell them to turn it on. I just roll my window down to get fresh air. Not that you guys smell, but I don't know who all the Ubers
I
are driving.
could've possibly smelled. That's
So,
a real possibility.
I am not saying what they did was right. It was snowy. Probably should have had the windows up, but the Texas one I could understand a
Okay,
little bit.
so here was the kicker. Cuddle Wife remembered it, and I didn't. After having to walk, we had to walk. We were at the convention center, Uber, and we walked over to the Westin because that's an easy place. That's where you go and grab an Uber, because they can pull in the little drive and circle around and go either way. We call him from the Westin. The guy like doesn't show up. He's like 2 minutes away for like 20 minutes. And so he finally calls me. He's like, you have to walk down here. I'm like, no, what do you mean? He's like, I'm not coming down there. You have to walk to me. Like, well, no.
That's not how that works.
And literally made us walk 2 blocks. Walk down there, and then the entire ride, he bitched at us for making him wait. When he wouldn't come to, anyway, they just
1 star.
They didn't seem to understand the rules inherent in being an Uber driver. They were just like, hey, I'm going to be an asshole and I'm going to drive the car. Sorry, I just offended
Sounds like Boston.
somebody. But no, it was just, I don't know. Ubers were nutty. Ubers were nutty. I will say, I have one high point and I do want to talk about it. It was a game, but did you ever get a chance to play Star Trek Adversaries?
I mean, I'm not really a Star Trek guy, so.
Okay, be quiet for like 2 minutes. I love you. No, there was one game on the floor that I absolutely had to play. It was a Star Trek card game. I am going to be playing it on stream. We've already played it once from their website. But it is going to be dropping on Steam hopefully on Monday.
Ooh.
Star Trek Adversaries, Hearthstone style Star Trek CCG that has licensing all the way back to the original series, all the way up to Discovery. So voices, all the licensed ships, all the artwork, like it's Tori, you can come back. Go play Star Trek Adversaries.
So
Good
I
card
like.
game.
Okay.
I just went on their website and I like how the people they have are the captains and then 7 of 9.
Yes.
It's like captains, her. There's like Spock. That's an icon you could have. No, you have to pick the one with the bazookas. Okay, that's my end rant. Sorry, but it does look fun.
It is a super fun game, and if you're if you're a fan of CCG, or a Hearthstone fan, or a Star Trek fan at all, like I walked up to this game, I literally said to the dev, I was like, just like, could this just not be a dumpster fire? Like that's all I need from you. I just need this to not be horrible. And he's like, oh, you're gonna love this. And he sat me down and we played, and I was like, oh, I love this. And it's just a game I didn't know I wanted, but I may become a Star Trek adversary streamer. It might just be. No, think about this. So I can start dressing up in like a different Star Trek uniform every day.
Let me know when you do the 7 of 9 one.
I already did. Hey, I did Leia. I did Slave Leia like in the last couple weeks. So let's not get me into 7 of 9 just yet. My problem is I'm not understanding cosplay and how to gender bend it, and I'm just putting on women's clothes. Like I think that's the disconnect there. That.
Somebody's gonna clip it, and just I'm putting on women's clothes. It's just that's all you're gonna hear. Pebbles. That's it.
I'm putting on
It's
women's
gonna happen.
clothes. This could be a soundbite for anyone's channel. I want to do this one more time. I'm putting on women's clothes.
You had
Okay.
3 opportunities there, guys. All right. Is there anything else that has stood out at PAX East or with streaming or anything Matoro at all?
Coming up blank.
Okay. Well,
It was just cold. That was it.
it's cold. Yeah.
Two-
I do have 2 games I want to shout out real quick that I got to play. One of them being Memories of Mars from 505.
Oh, I forgot about that. I did that too.
Did you?
Super,
What did you
super
guys
cool.
think?
You talk about it. Now, talk about it.
I mean, I dealt with a bug for half the time, so you go ahead, by all means.
All right. Well, I had the wonderful opportunity to be streaming across the aisle from Greats, and so we were able to play around a little bit in game and think PUBG meets Astroneer meets 7 Days to Die. There's building, there's survival, and there's a PvP like FPS aspect to it. And it's all on Mars. I had a lot of fun with this game. It's still early in development. We were playing a non-live build of it. Like we were a couple iterations behind on what they even had at that point. I believe it's going to be out sometime soon in some respect. So keep an eye out for it. I will be streaming it. I'm interested to see where it goes. I think would be my takeaway. There's not enough there to say I'm going to absolutely love it. But there's enough of a solid base that I'm pretty excited. Also, there was a game there called Underworld. Which
Isn't that a movie?
Did you know anything about that one, Toro?
Underworld Ascendant.
There you go. Can you talk on that one?
I saw the preview for it at PAX South that they showed us,
Okay.
and then I got to play through the. I think it was just the demo stage. It's pretty good. I mean, I've never played a game like that before, but I like the puzzle solving mechanics in it. It's different. It's very open world, I guess is the way to put it.
So it
Gives you freedom of choice.
Ultima Underworld? No, I don't think it has anything to do with Ultima.
It says it's from the creative minds behind this series, so I'm wondering.
There you go. There you go. So I knew it had something to hook into like an old game that I never actually had the opportunity to play. And I have to say, like, I sat down with this game. And this is not a knock on the game at all. Um, I sat down with this game with one of the devs, and within 2 minutes, I was up and out of my chair. And like patted the guy on his back and was like, "This looks great. It's just absolutely 100% not for me." So you're going through a dungeon and there's different like puzzles. Nope, I don't do puzzles. They frustrate
love
me. I get
puzzles.
grumpy, and I become utterly unentertaining to myself. I think people enjoy me imploding like that, but mentally I can't handle doing that very often. So yeah, no, I was just done. But I will say everyone that I know that played that really enjoyed it if they liked that. And it looked and felt like very impressive. And I know a lot of people are into that kind of Ultima kind of style of puzzly magic dungeony game. And I wanted to bring it up because it's going to be a cool one coming out.
All right, I think this brings us to that magic time.
Ooh,
Cuddles makes the magic happen.
the magic time where we do shout outs. Victoria, is there anyone out there in the world or the universe, maybe out by the mud, a lone Kerbal that you've left stranded?
You broke him.
You assume I leave them stranded.
Is
that what you really assume of me?
Yes.
No Kerbal left behind.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Next time, next time I'm by your stream, I'm gonna be like, listen, you got how many Kerbals you got out there? It's gonna be my new question.
It's gonna count your Kerbals.
I'm counting Kerbals. And I count
As for shout outs, obviously not Neckbeard here. You hurt me, Cuddles.
Wow.
No, but I would like to give a shout out to somebody that I actually sat down and spoke with who helped me out on that stack up speech I mentioned in Steven, Shanghai 6. That swell guy. We got to sit down for about 15, 20 minutes on Sunday at PAX East, and he gave some very good insight that I was able to use in the speech. So shout out to you, Steve.
Right on. Well done, boss man. Well done. T, what about you?
Yeah, I will shout out to Dable and Slapstick Logic because we did a streaming boot camp stream last night. And the two of them helped me with it, and you can check out the VOD, but it was 3 hours, which is like double what I expected it to go and double what I told them it was going to go, but they stayed the whole time, and it was a lot of fun. And so shout out to those two for helping me with that and entertaining my idea that actually ended up working out pretty well. So yeah, that's my shout out. Cuddles, who do you have this week?
I just like, since I gotta go all the way back to PAX East, anybody and everybody that took a little bit of time, so many friends, one of them sitting here right now in Matoro. But it was one of the first cons where I kind of started to feel like it was my third East, and I thought I had lost a lot of my my awe and like childhood wonderment, and I kind of found that there thanks to a lot of people. So thank you to everybody. Special shout out to Matoro for being awesome, for coming on the show, of course. And also shout out to DJ Knight for spending we take 5 minutes. I 3 years ago or 2 years ago, I don't know how that works. 3 PAXs ago. I think that 2 years, I don't know. Anyway, I wasn't a streamer. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. I was just a guy at a con. I went to the Bad News Gaming meetup because of Baron. I met DJ Knight, I asked him, I was like, can I get 5 minutes of your time just to talk about streaming? And ever since then, any con that we're both at, he always pulls me aside. And it's become a, like, I don't even have to ask him anymore. He's like, 5 minutes, fam. Let's do it. So we were able to, on the last night, get 5 minutes to just, like, I was able to just pick his brain. That man is doing some next level stuff. And it was just, it was beautiful. It's nice having those mentors and being able to communicate with them. So shout out to the mentors. That
The last time-
Oh.
I would say the last time I popped into his stream, he was like exercising, and I'm like, no, that's too hardcore for me. Good for you, buddy. But
Nice.
I can't do that.
I'm actually, spoiler alert, sometime this week, I'm going to be starting up a morning where I'm just going to do like an hour-long workout. And the gauntlet has been thrown down for the Viewboat Sexiest Man contest. I'm going to be facing off against Trobs Monkey, Bad News Baron. So I have a lot of work to do.
Godspeed.
Yeah, no, I think I'm going to have abs to make this work. Like, that's the only way this happens.
You've said it on stream. People are going to hold you accountable now.
No, I am going to start doing it. And the wife's starting up with P90X. I'm going to start up with another body things. And, yeah, we're going to happen.
They have it's called Court of Force, the body combat one.
Okay.
Beach body. It sucks. If I were to stream exercise, it would be nothing but an hour of cussing because I hate it. So I will never do it. But it is a good one if you're looking for it. It's lots of punches and movements, and it actually teaches you how to like box and stuff, MMA type of fights. So I know this is completely off topic of what we normally, but if you're doing the beach body, Court of Force, I would check it out.
I'm going to go check this out. I got to get in shape. It's funny. Viewboat is this great time hanging out with all the friends that we normally hang out with, except for now we have our shirts off. And like that makes like, yeah, no, I need to go work out. Some of these people are in really good shape. But guys, this brings us to that magical time of the show where I get down on my virtual knee, I beg and I plead for those all important 5-star iTunes reviews. Whether it's a 5 stars on iTunes, a thumbs up on the YouTube, whatever the hell you do over on any other place that you're, I don't know. You guys know how to internet. 5 stars, thumbs up, smiley face for the Game Case Show. I want you to leave 2 stars for the I Don't Like Space Launches, the Earth is Flat podcast. The podcast that just talks crap on SpaceX and Elon Musk. Like, really, they're kind of rude. Like, they had some cogent points in the beginning, and then they just got rude. So leave 2 stars for those guys. 5 stars for the Game Case Show if you've been enjoying what we've been doing. But Toro, where can people find you on this wild and crazy internet?
Well, I can be found right here on twitch.tv // Matoro, Matoro, or on the Twitters at Matoro Ignica. My old name, because I can't get it on Twitter because somebody has it already. I will pay you for it if you hear this. Please. I will give you money for it. But Matoro Ignica, Matoroignika.
Have you ever I'm assuming you've reached out to this guy?
No, not yet.
Reach out to him.
I think he's Japanese.
That's how I got the Game Case. I did not originally have it. It was actually, get this, and remember this for anyone listening. If you ever do a project and get a Twitter account, because that is what someone did. In 2011, they started a college project for their business class and started a business called The Game Case. Then created a Twitter account for it, did the project, completely forgot about it. And it took me like 4 years to track this great guy down because I was literally like, I was willing to pay him for it. At that point, I was like, my message to him was like, I am willing to financially compensate you for this account. How, like, let's talk. And dude just like gave it to me. So delete those accounts, school children.
Yes.
Is Jeff have something to say?
Just a slight tangent because of Twitter names.
Yes.
Jeff has his own account. I am Jeff the Box because Jeff the Box is taken. Yes. Jeff the Box is taken.
And with that, we may have a title for the episode.
Jeff the Box is taken.
Box is taken. Guys, everyone, have a wonderful night. We appreciate you all. It's that time. T. Patoro, say bye.
Bye.
Later.
Thank you for listening to The Game Case Show. Be sure to follow us on Twitter. You can find Cuddles at The Game Case, Tourarts at Tourarts, and you can find the show at The Game Case Show. Join us live Sunday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/thegamecase. Archived episodes are available at youtube.com/thegamecase. The theme music for the show is Celtic Impulse by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com and is licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0.